In the last 24 months, all of the events around the crypto industry and the Bitcoin mining industry have brought Bitcoin to the forefront of the energy industry. And so there might have been people in the industry that didn't really know about Bitcoin or understand it in 2019 or 2020. And in 2021, they started to hear about it. But 2022 was kind of a coming out party. And now it's much more common to speak to executives in the energy industry and have them thinking about Bitcoin and taking it very seriously across.
MicroStrategy Executive Chairman and renowned Bitcoin investor Michael Saylor recently discussed the increasing reach of Bitcoin, Bitcoin mining, and the Bitcoin network, especially in the wake of the FTX collapse. According to the renowned business executive, the events of 2022, though tragic, have helped to further push Bitcoin to the forefront of the energy industry. During the Bitcoin Mining Council Q4 briefing, Saylor, a founding member of the council, discussed how the fall of FTX has reinstated the importance of Bitcoin mining to the network's security and decentralized status. The BMC was created in May 2021 after Elon Musk stopped accepting Bitcoin for payments for his electric vehicle company, Tesla. Then the Tesla chief executive said that the Bitcoin network was mainly powered by coal, which he deemed the most polluting of all fossil fuels. Saylor convened the first meeting of the BMC in late May 2021 to promote transparency, reinstate trust in the process, and educate the public on Bitcoin mining. According to the BMC website, Saylor is a key member of the council, both as a facilitator and Bitcoin supporter. Since the first meeting, which was attended by a number of large North American miners, the BMC has held quarterly reviews to discuss advancements in Bitcoin mining, especially in terms of sustainable energy usage. During the Q4 review, it was revealed that the Bitcoin mining hash rate increased by 45% year over year, with a sustainable energy mix of 58.9%. The council also reported that the Bitcoin network used a negligible amount of global energy at 17 basis points and was responsible for negligible carbon emissions at 11 basis points. Before we listen to Saylor's assessment of the importance of Bitcoin mining towards the strengthening of the network's resilience and decentralization, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Also, ensure you drop your comments and observations in the comments section to help our videos reach more viewers. Thanks and enjoy the video.
What are the implications of the FTX failure on Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining?
The FTX failure has actually been a catalytic event, and it's been good for Bitcoin. I think it's really highlighted the strengths of proof of work, highlighted the strengths of a network based upon Bitcoin mining that's a commodity. I think there's been a lot of confusion about the difference between proof of stake and proof of work. And tokens like FTT token were based on staking algorithms and the like, and they weren't backed by energy. So the FTX failure has been a very visible educational event that's educated an entire generation of lawmakers, policymakers, journalists, and investors as to why Bitcoin is different than FTT token or Terra or Luna or Serum or these other air tokens. And it also really underscored the benefits of an asset you could take self-custody of without counterparty risk. So although it's been painful for the industry, I think it's actually catalyzed a lot of positive developments, both in the education of investors as well as in the DC regulatory environment, and generally what I've seen throughout all of the coverage is a growing appreciation for the benefits of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining through this kind of debacle.
What is the significance of Intel shipping Bitcoin mining equipment?
I think it's important to note that the security of the Bitcoin network, it comes not just from the operation of Bitcoin mining data centers, but it also comes from the shipment and upgrading of Bitcoin mining equipment and semiconductors. And so you've had a couple of companies that have dominated the industry, and you've got Bitmine, you've got WhatsMiner, but to have Intel enter with a lot of capital and a lot of commitment, I think is a good thing. it creates a strong North American based semiconductor manufacturer that is committed to Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. I think it'll be good politically for Bitcoin in North America to have Intel behind it. I think it'll be good for Bitcoin miners to have another strong vendor to choose from that'll create more competition at the equipment layer. And I think it creates more resilience in the Bitcoin network because you never want to be dependent upon just a small number of equipment manufacturers. So the more you have and the more diversified, then the more decentralized the network is. So I see this as it's a welcome improvement of decentralization and resilience, while at the same time it undermines narratives that the equipment is sourced out of China, and ultimately what you really want is you want a strong Chinese equipment manufacturer to encourage everybody in the China sphere of influence to trust Bitcoin. And you like a strong North American equipment manufacturer to encourage everyone in the Western world to trust Bitcoin. And it's always good to have choices for negotiation if you have to buy the equipment. So I think the result of that is great for the network. And then the last point is it will accelerate the improvement in network efficiency, both the energy efficiency. It'll drive us down the joules per terahash curve faster with another aggressive investor and equipment manufacturer. And I think it also helps us build a mechanical advantage of ASIC technology versus general purpose CPU technologies. And as the ASIC technology advances, that creates a mechanical advantage for Bitcoin security. And ultimately, that's very auspicious for the entire network and the asset class.
Last week, Bitcoin mining firm Hive Blockchain deployed its first machines based on Intel's block-scale chips, according to a Friday announcement from the miner. The new chips have the potential to break the duopoly of MicroBT and Bitmain, while also allowing mining companies to easily customize their computers to suit their specifications, a feature not offered by other manufacturers. According to Hive, it has installed over 1,500 Intel-powered mining equipment across its facilities in Canada and Sweden, and they have met performance targets. As Saylor explains in the BMCQ4 review, the introduction of Intel Corporation, an American multinational technology company, into the Bitcoin mining space will make the industry more mainstream in the Western world. During the review, Saylor also discusses how Bitcoin mining is increasingly becoming more mainstream in the energy industry worldwide.
In the last 24 months, all of the events around the crypto industry and the Bitcoin mining industry have brought Bitcoin to the forefront of the energy industry. And so there might have been people in the industry that didn't really know about Bitcoin or understand it in 2019 or 2020. And in 2021, they started to hear about it. But 2022 was kind of a coming out party. And now it's much more common to speak to executives in the energy industry and have them thinking about Bitcoin and taking it very seriously across. You've got nuclear, it's a solution for nuclear, a solution for natural gas, a solution for stranded energy sources everywhere in the world, a solution for stranded hydro. You're reading stories in the tech review about stranded hydro plants in the Congo where it's being used. There really isn't a day when you don't read a story about some energy provider that was struggling with the problem. And I think in the height of the bull market, Bitcoin mining equipment was getting very expensive, and they might have been a bit afraid. But now the equipment has been much less expensive. There's more equipment on the market. You've got a whole set of industry restructuring dynamics where people are out actually knocking on doors and talking to the energy companies who are extremely well capitalized yet conservative. So this is exactly the time when they start to look at this and think, this is about the right thing for us. We can buy the equipment much cheaper than it would have cost us a year or 2 years ago. There's an easy partner. There's a lot of companies that want to partner with us. We've got a problem and we've got lots and lots of examples of success stories. So I think that Bitcoin is becoming increasingly intertwined with the energy industry, and it's pretty clear that it's synergistic. If you're a Bitcoin miner, you kind of have to have a good strategic relationship with your energy provider. I think that's been made abundantly clear in the past, 12 months. But if you're an energy company, you can't help but notice there's this, clean, high baseload user of energy that can operate intermittently anywhere in the world. So this story of Bitcoin and energy is just getting better and better and getting stronger. And if anything, it's hard to see if you're an energy provider how you can get to world-class efficiency and economics if you don't have Bitcoin as part of your grid mix at somewhere in the grid. I think clearly the data shows that the network is getting more secure. It's getting more efficient. It's further decentralizing, and Bitcoin soldiers on in good times and bad times. So thank you for your support, and have a great evening.
The Terra Luna collapse and subsequent contagion, as well as the FTX collapse, probably more than any other event in 2022, helped to educate the general public about the importance of the entire setup of the Bitcoin network. Many Bitcoin maximalists and top investors like Michael Saylor and Cathie Wood pointed out that bad players like FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried always show apathy for Bitcoin because they know the network can't be manipulated to suit their unethical practices. We also saw a string of lawmakers, policymakers, journalists, and investors showing an increased appreciation for the world's leading blockchain network and its native cryptocurrency. As of press time, Bitcoin is enjoying a market dominance of 41.4%, despite being down to $20,950 from a previous high of $21,528. What are your thoughts on the BMC Q4 review and Michael Saylor's assessment of the increasing reach of Bitcoin mining in the global energy sector? Please share your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. If you are yet to do so, also ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out our other videos on the overall cryptocurrency industry. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and contributes significantly to the channel's growth. Thanks for watching.